wife has arrived at the hospital, Commissioner. Dr. Jackson's already there.
Roger, I'm on my way.
Yes, sir.
Sally, you're pregnant. You've got to remember that.
We were lucky this time, but another fall could have disastrous consequences. You've got to be more careful, Sally.
I realized that, Dr. Jackson, but it happened so quickly. One moment I felt perfectly fine, and the next minute I was out.
I'd better talk with the commissioner.
Please don't. He's got enough worries. I don't want to cause him any more problems.
All right. But I'm ordering complete rest for the next few days. And I would like to have the law on my side to enforce it.
She's gonna be just fine, Commissioner. Calling the ambulance was my idea, you know. She wanted to pop into the car, but I know you. You wouldn't want me to take any chances with her.
Where's examining room, Al?
Just around the corner. Fortunately, I am blessed with a cool head, which gets even cooler in emergencies. But when I saw her lying at the bottom of those stairs...
This way.
Oh, yeah, right. When I saw her lying at the bottom of those stairs, well, the first thought that came into my head was ambulance. You go ahead. I'll wait here.
Sally, are you all right?
We're fine, Mac. Could you hand me my shoes, please?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, I just had a little fainting spell. They shouldn't have even told you about it.
Well, shouldn't you be in bed?
Are you kidding? That's how I got into this trouble.
What did the doctor say?
He said the usual thing. That'll be $30, please.
Oh, Sally.
Well, Mac, really, I'm fine. Mildred just got a little carried away, that's all. How do I look?
Just beautiful.
I still look beautiful? And charming. Just sort of all around wonderful, I guess. Oh, you say the nicest things. Now, how could anybody know I'm here already? Hello? Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, just a minute. It's for you, here.
McMillan? Who? Yes, put her on. Hello? Yes, of course I remember you. How are you? Well, it's nice to hear your voice again. What? Now? Well, I'm afraid that's impossible right now.
Mac, on account of me? I just told you I feel fine. Now you go ahead and you go back to work.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Oh, no, that was my wife. Oh, thank you. Well, I'd love for you to meet her, of course. All right, Lee, I'll be there as soon as I can. Goodbye.
May I play detective?
You are your father's daughter.
That was not just another voice out of the past. From the way you reacted, it sounded like you just heard the Hallelujah chorus. Now, she wants you to do her a favor, but you're a little reluctant because you're afraid I'll get jealous, which means she's very attractive.
I'll call her back, tell her I can't make it.
How long ago did you know her, Mac?
Oh, about 12 years.
12 years? Go see her. 12 years can do all kinds of things to a woman.
You're not a dream, you're not an angel, you're a man. I'm not a queen, I'm a woman. Take my hand. We'll build a space in the lives that we planned, and here we'll stay until it's time for you to go. Yes, we're different, worlds apart, we're not the same. We laughed and played at the start like in a game. You could have stayed outside my heart, but in you cave, and here you'll stay until it's time for you to go. Don't ask why, and don't ask how, and don't ask forever. Love me now. This love of mine had no beginning. It has no end. I was an oak, now I'm a willow. Now I can bend. And if I never in my life see you again, still here I'll stay until it's time for you to go. Here I'll stay until it's time for you to go.
That was terrific, honey. Just terrific.
Thank you, Bill. Mac.
Hello, Lee.
Commissioner McMillan. Oh, Mac. It's so good to see you again. This is Ben Matthews.
Hi. How do you do?
And Errol Wilson.
Hello. How are you?
And the guys.
Hi.
Come here, Mac. I want to take you to my dressing room.
Excuse me.
Mac, you are easily the best-looking police commissioner I've ever met.
I assume I'm the only police commissioner you've ever met. I've followed your career, Lee. You've done very well. I'm proud of you. It's even gone better than you planned.
Not true, Mac. Not true at all. I'm sorry. Forgive me, but things just aren't going according to plan at all.
What's wrong?
Jason's left me.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Here I am, rich, famous, and abandoned. That's funny, isn't it? I can remember so well when we talked about our futures. All I wanted was a career and money.
Why did you call, Lee? It's been a very long time. We couldn't go back if we wanted to. And I, for one, don't want to.
I know, Mac. I've seen her pictures in the papers. She's adorable. But it's just that I didn't know where to turn, and then I remembered there was a guy who once thought I was a nice person.
He still thinks so. What do you want me to do?
Well, I suppose what I really need is some legal advice. Jason handled everything, personal and business. And he even owns half this club. Well, I'm supposed to open here in a couple of days, and I'd really like to get out of it if possible. I've made all the money I intend to for that scum.
I don't practice law anymore, Lee. I can recommend several attorneys, good attorneys.
Anything you say, Mac. Mac. Tell your wife not to worry. I won't try to retain you in any way. Come in.
Miss Lee Richards?
Yes.
Commissioner. Do you know about this already?
Know about what?
Could I talk to you for a moment, sir?
Sure. Excuse me.
Do you know her?
Yeah, we're old friends.
Well then, sir, I suppose that she's already told you about her husband.
You mean that they've separated? Yeah, she just told me.
There was a telephone call to headquarters this morning from his secretary reporting him missing.
Well, he's probably out on a bender somewhere.
No, I'm afraid there's more to it than that, sir. We've done a little checking, and there's a good deal of evidence that he's been murdered by Mrs. Richards.
No, you don't know her. But I've been seeing her for almost a year now. And I love her.
Love her? Oh, that's funny, Jason. Very funny. You're incapable of loving anybody but yourself.
Well, as long as you feel that way about it, there shouldn't be any problem about the divorce.
Divorce? You want a divorce?
The sooner the better.
No divorce, Jason. I'll never give you a divorce.
You haven't been keeping up with the laws, darling. Proven incompatibility is what's necessary in California. I'll divorce you whether you like it or not. Lee, what are you doing with that gun? Lee, that's just bad melodrama. You've never even fired that gun. Lee!
I don't understand. There was no gun. No shots were fired.
But you did argue with him.
Yes, Friday night.
We just heard it on the recorder. Isn't that the way it happened?
Up to the part about the gun. That never happened, I swear it. And we argued at home, not here in the office.
Well, what about the blood on the carpet?
I don't know what that is or what it means.
Well, the recording and the blood stain would seem to indicate that a man, probably Jason Richards, was shot to death in this office.
Well, a recording and a blood stain is not necessarily proof of a man's death.
I know, sir, but there are other indications. Now that, sir, is the sound of a body being dragged out of this office. And there's another blood stain over here, where the murderer paused while holding the body to open the door. You can see that there's a groove in it, sir, like a man's heel was dragged through it.
All right, let's assume that a person was shot and dragged through that door. A, it doesn't prove the person was Jason Richards. B, it doesn't prove the person shot was dead. And C, it doesn't prove the person was shot by Lee Richards. Now, does it? When was the last time you saw your husband?
Friday night. After we argued, he packed a few things and left.
Has he done this sort of thing before?
Yes, we didn't have much of a marriage in the last few years.
Do either one of you own a gun?
Yes, I do.
Where is it?
I keep it in the night table by my bed.
Would you mind if Officer Ryan went with you to pick it up?
No, of course not. This is serious, isn't it?
Well, it's a little too soon to tell.
Same old Mac. Always making life a little nicer than it really is. I'll see you later.
How soon will you know if that blood is the same type as Jason Richards?
It won't be long, sir. We've already checked with Mr. Richards' doctor. His records are being rushed to the lab.
All right. Tell Hank I want a voice graph made of this tape. I want to determine if the voices at the beginning and at the end of the tape were recorded in the same room.
Yes, sir.
We sure do meet people at the wrong end of the stick, don't we, sir?
How do you mean?
Well, you know, here I've been collecting her records for maybe 10 years. And now for the first time I meet her. And I may be taking evidence that'll cost her life.
Mildred, surely I don't need all of those.
You sure do. The doctor's prescribed the vitamins himself.
The vitamins, where'd the rest of those things come from?
Well, some the pharmacist said couldn't do any harm, and the rest were my idea.
And now, the latest headlines. The governor has vetoed the tax rebate bill, sent it back to the Senate.
Well, that's no surprise.
Torch singer Lee Richards' husband, Jason Richards, head of the Richards Music Corporation, was reported missing today. Police Commissioner Stuart McMillan has refused to comment, but his presence at the investigation indicates possible foul play.
Lee Richards. He called her Lee. She's the Hallelujah Chorus.
Well, she's a good singer, of course, but don't you think that's going a bit far?
If I had known that the voice out of Mac's past had a body like that to go with it. And to think I sent him right over there.
Well, you just have to keep reminding him you're pregnant.
I'm not going to resort to that tactic, Mildred.
Oh, are you kidding? Now's the time to fight fire with fire. Keep fainting.
Even if I were worried, just a little, I still wouldn't use my condition. I'll get it. Hello?
How are you feeling?
Why didn't you tell me that was Lee Richards on the phone?
Oh, have you been resting?
Do you know it was only last Christmas you gave me one of her albums? How could you?
I gave you one of her albums because you asked for it.
Well, under the circumstances, I think it was a rather tacky thing to do.
I'd better come home.
No, don't come home. Not on my account. Mac, what happened to her husband?
There's every indication that her husband's been murdered.
Oh, Mac.
I was calling to tell you not to wait dinner for me, but I'll come on home. Enright can handle the investigation.
You talk as if you think I'm jealous.
Well, you're not, are you?
Of course not. I'm gonna take her album and I'm gonna play it again. I love the way she sings. Maybe you could tell her that for me, Mac.
I'll tell her I married an angel.
Oh, get her to sing it for you.
Mrs. Denny, you've been Jason Richards' secretary for years. Did he and Mrs. Richards ever have words here in the office?
No, I never heard them arguing. I make it a practice not to listen for that sort of thing.
You like Mrs. Richards, don't you?
Oh, yes, Mrs. Richards is a wonderful, talented woman, and she's very easy to get along with. Lets me run my office. No interference, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I think I do. Look, Mrs. Denny, I'm a friend of Lee's, and the more we know, the more we'll be able to help her. Now, a business like this must be filled with young girls trying to get a start. I'd imagine some of them pretty aggressive in trying to get Mr. Richards' attention.
Aggressive is the nicest word I've heard for it. Most of them would do anything to cut a test album.
And how does Mrs. Richards feel about that? Now, I know you're not the type of person who likes to eavesdrop, but there must be some argument you couldn't help overhearing. Arguments about other women?
Mrs. Richards has a right to be upset. I mean, wouldn't you be if you'd made your husband a rich man and he chased everything in skirts?
Anyone in particular?
Are you asking me officially? As the police commissioner? I'm not a gossip, you know.
As the police commissioner.
Good. Virginia Duke. Even give her a job at the club, a cigarette girl. And she brings Mr. Richards a lot more than cigarettes, if you get my meaning.
You make it very easy for me, Mrs. Denny.
That one knows what she's about, all right. She fancies herself a singer. She's just waiting to replace Mrs. Richards on and off stage.
You discovered the recording and then you called the police. Is that right, Mrs. Denny?
I always play the tape recorder first thing Monday mornings. Mr. Richards usually comes in alone on Saturdays and leaves some dictation for me.
Their argument sounds very conveniently recorded.
Mr. Richards records all his conversations. He's got this thing about lawsuits.
Could Mr. Richards have taken the recorder home with him Friday evening?
No, I was using it when he left.
Well, of course, he could have used another machine and then just transferred the tape.
Or he could have returned for the recorder after everybody had gone, taped the argument at home, and brought the machine back on Saturday.
Well, if Mrs. Richards argued with her husband at home on Friday night, and that was the last time she saw him, what was she doing here in the office on Saturday morning?
How do you know she was here?
Oh, I took her up on the elevator around 11:45 Saturday morning. I remember because it was just before lunchtime. Do a little clock watching, I guess.
Did you take her down again?
No, she must have gone down herself while I was eating lunch.
Did you see Mr. Richards?
No, but then he usually gets in before I do on Saturdays. But I know he was here because his car was parked in the basement garage when I punched in that morning.
His car is not there now, sir. But there's a large blood stain in his parking place. We've already taken samples. We're comparing them with Jason Richards' blood type and the samples we found upstairs in his office.
You think it's going to match, huh?
Yes, sir, I do.
If Jason Richards parked his Rolls Royce head in, that would mean the trunk would be right about there, huh?
Yes, sir. We also estimate that the amount of blood that was found down here and in his office almost guarantees that the body was dead.
You think Lee Richards is guilty, don't you?
Everything seems to point that way, sir. Her husband admitted that he was seeing another woman.
And you think that when Jason Richards asked for a divorce, she shot him, dragged his body out of the office, down the service elevator, out through that door, all the way over here, lifted the body into the trunk, drove the car off, and buried him somewhere, huh?
Well, it is logical, sir. It does make sense.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Commissioner.
Yeah.
We just picked up a report that one of our Pacifica units found a Rolls convertible abandoned off the Coast Highway. The vehicle's registered to Jason Richards.
I think this will do it, sir.
The spare tire's been removed?
Yes, sir. Probably to make room. There's another blood stain there. It's obvious the body was taken someplace in this trunk, sir. And by a woman. A dress button, sir, with blood on it.
It's all the same blood type, sir. The office, the parking lot, the trunk, and the button. And most likely all from the same person.
That's an assumption. Is Jason Richards' blood the same type?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ann.
Mrs. Richards and Officer Ryan are here, sir.
Have them come in. Thank you, Doctor.
Mac, my gun. It's missing.
I checked the house out thoroughly, sir. No sign of it.
Lee, did you go to Jason's office Saturday morning?
Oh, yes, I did.
Why?
He called me and asked me to meet him there, but I never saw him. When I arrived, he wasn't there, so I waited about a half hour and then I left.
Were there any indications that Richards had returned to the house and picked up anything?
No, sir. We checked for that. If he was planning to go anyplace, he must have figured on coming back soon, because his shaving gear was intact and his closets were full of clothing. We did find something in Mrs. Richards' closet. There's a fresh stain on his dress. It looks like dried blood that's been partially washed out with cold water.
And there is a button missing, sir.
Of course, I don't think she did it. Only I don't know how I can help. Everything I know is right here.
How well do you know Jason Richards?
I work for Lee, and that's it. I started with her way back. I don't talk to anyone else. I don't listen to anyone else.
How do you feel about him?
I feel about my music, and that's all.
After all these years of working with Lee Richards, surely you must have some opinion about him.
In my opinion, whoever killed him was a music lover. Probably ought to get the Grammy Award.
Lee's a great singer, that's all I know.
What about her husband?
I don't know anything about Jason.
You mean you don't even know that he's your partner in this club?
You guys have a way of finding out everything, don't you? Okay, he's my partner, but he wants it kept quiet.
When'd you last see him?
Over a week ago.
Well, now, isn't that odd? I mean, considering that you're getting ready for your big opening?
Look, I run the club. All Jason wants are the fringe benefits.
They ought to send that dame to the chair. Even that's too good for her.
California uses gas, although they haven't used it in over a decade now.
You're breaking my heart.
Your relationship with Mr. Richards was serious, I take it.
I'm serious about one thing, mister. My career. And that dame's a career crusher. Now, you find her dead in some alley, then you come straight to little Virginia. because I'll be your #1 suspect. But until then, bug off.
Did you learn anything?
No. She's just a typical little country girl frightened by the big city.
Commissioner, wait for me. I've got the gun. You all right, Commissioner?
Yeah, I'm fine. Is this the gun he used? You in love with her?
Yes.
Enough to kill Jason Richards for?
Yes.
Only you didn't. Even a piano player couldn't miss with a gun sight like this. Unless he wanted to.
You mean you're not going to arrest me?
Oh, we're going to arrest you, all right. Assault with a deadly weapon. It'll give you a stiff fine and a suspended sentence. That's the best we can do for you.
This is my life. Today, tomorrow, love will come and find me. For that's the way that I was born to be. This is me.
He's here. He's pulling into the garage right now. Do you believe it?
Yes, I do. Will you take that surprise out of your voice? It's not very flattering.
Oh, look, I knew he'd show up, honey. I kept telling you he would, didn't I?
I wasn't asking.
You want me to turn off the record player?
No. I've always loved that album. I still do. Except for that big scratch you put in it when you put it on.
I was thinking of your husband. He's had to listen to her all evening, probably. He could use a rest.
Mildred, could you find another way of phrasing that?
Okay, I'll work on it. But right now, he's coming up the stairs. Go on and faint again, honey.
Mildred, how did my mother ever let me take you with us when I got married?
Because she knew that you needed me more than she did. She was right.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart.
How you feeling?
Fine.
She's exhausted, and who can blame her, considering that...
I'm fine. What about you, darling? Did you have time for some supper?
You missed a wonderful meal here tonight. Your wife and I shared a fillet of sole by candlelight. Oh, so romantic.
I wish I could have made it. I only had time for a sandwich.
Uh-huh. Well, it's a shame you couldn't have been here with us. I'd already set up a lovely table by the fire when you finally called.
Good night, Mildred.
Good night. I'll just turn off the record player. Sorry.
You know, that was very sweet of you to call, Mac.
I always call when I'm going to be late.
Oh. Well, how are things going for Lee?
Everything we uncovered points to the fact that she killed him.
So you're convinced she didn't, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Is she still as lovely as she was when you first met her?
If anything, she's lovelier.
You're so honest. I hate that quality in you.
She's not anywhere near as lovely as a girl I married.
I love that quality in you. As long as we're on an honesty kick, why didn't you tell me why you never even mentioned her before?
Why are you making such a big thing out of Lee Richards? She's not the only girl that's popped up out of my past.
I know, but I didn't mind all those high macs. You never even remembered any of them. I don't think you ever forgot Lee.
It was a long time ago, Sally. 12 years.
Oh, before I was born.
Yeah, I robbed you right out of the cradle, didn't I?
I'm not joking. I wasn't alive until I met you, which makes me about 5 years old. Don't you dare make a remark about that's how I'm behaving either. This is very difficult for me. Nobody's ever gonna pop up out of my past. I don't even have a past.
You know how many years it took me to find a girl who could make that statement?
I love you.
From what I've learned, sir, Ben Matthews was involved with Jason Richards in much more than just the club. He arranged women for him and just about anything else that he wanted.
Maybe Richards had something on him. Forced him into taking him in as a partner. Forced him into getting girls for him.
Forced him once too often?
Yeah, that's a thought. Yes, Ann?
District Attorney Chapman to see you, sir.
Have him come in. Here we go.
Hello, Commissioner.
Sergeant. Hello, Bob. How's everything down on the 4th floor?
Well, we still get to put a few criminals behind bars. Certainly a lot more than when you were defending them.
Which brings us to the Lee Richards case.
Still the same, straight to the point, Scotsman. All right, let's talk about it. My boys feel they've got enough to press for an indictment, but you're recommending against booking her, and I want to know why.
Too many things about the case I don't like.
Such as?
Well, there's no dead body, no murder weapon.
There is a tape of the argument with the husband, her missing gun, the blood-stained button in the trunk of the car.
That's all circumstantial, you know that.
Now, come on now, why don't you admit it? You've been biased in this case right from the beginning.
That's a lie.
Now, come off it, Mac. Everyone knows she's an old friend.
It wouldn't matter if she were a complete stranger. I'm telling you, this case stinks.
Then maybe you ought to resign as police commissioner and defend the case. Personally, I think I could take you on this one.
Maybe I should. Might be fun taking this case.
That's what bothers me, how you can defend a cool, calculating woman who killed her husband with precise premeditation.
Ah, save it for the jury. If Lee Richards is as cold and as calculating as you say she is, why would she kill her husband moments after the elevator operator saw her? And according to the tape recorder, the very convenient tape recorder, the murder was committed at the heat of an argument, which of course throws premeditation right out the window.
If a woman takes a gun from her home, sticks it in her purse, and takes it to a man's office, we can presume she premeditated the use of it and killed him in cold blood.
Are you sure it was premeditation? Or, was it passion? You can't have it both ways.
I'll take it either way. Guilty is guilty. Now, I want an arrest.
When I have enough evidence to warrant an arrest, I'll make an arrest. And then I'll let you know.
Well, you better let me know soon. Because I don't intend to be a sitting duck for the press when they come screaming for blood. I intend to let the mayor and everyone else know exactly what and who the problem is.
And you, Sergeant?
Well, sir, there's a lot that I don't understand about you and Mrs. Richards. How long you've known her,
All right, I'll fill you in, so you can have an unbiased opinion. I first met Lee in my second year of law school. She was singing in a cabaret near the campus. Now let's have your unbiased opinion. Do you think I'm wrong, too?
Yes, sir. I do.
Who is it? Mac, I'm so glad you're here. Come in. I'll turn down this music. I was just listening to my latest master. You know, it comes out in a couple of months, and, well, I was thinking of adding some strings and maybe a cello. What do you think?
For only fools believe it's true.
It sounds perfect the way it is.
Oh, well, then it's settled. We'll print it like it is. Mac, I called that lawyer you recommended. He was very nice, but after he went over all the evidence, he said I'd be a lot better off if you were handling the case.
Oh, it's just an old lawyer's trick to double the fee.
Well, I'll remember that. Would you like a drink?
We have work to do.
Okay, Counselor, you ask, and I'll answer.
When did you first learn that your husband was seeing another woman?
Well, you know women, Mac. You can't put an exact time to a thing like this. You just wake up one day and you know, that's all. Like you've always known. Well, maybe it's the way he didn't kiss you or didn't mess up your hair, or maybe it's just the way he didn't pat you on the fanny. I don't know, but all you know for sure is that you know.
How long ago was that?
About 6 months.
You waited a long time before you confronted him with it.
Well, I was hoping that he'd have his mid-40s fling and come back to his senses.
Did he have many affairs?
If it moved, he went after it. Well, they weren't anything much to him. They were just casual affairs.
Did you ever have a private investigator check up on him?
Well, what good would that have done? I didn't want to torture myself with knowing who she was and seeing her face and knowing where they met.
What kind of a girl is he attracted to?
You're pursuing the theory that he left town with another woman, aren't you?
I'm pursuing every theory. That's why I want to know what kind of a girl he was attracted to.
Well, generally speaking, he liked them tall, shapely, athletic. He liked to sail his boat. You know, we used to do a lot of sailing in the old days. Well, he liked them young. Yes, I would definitely say that it's a young girl.
Now I want to talk about the big discrepancy. You say the argument happened here in your house and not in the office, huh?
Definitely. We argued, but I didn't kill him. He left home alive that night, and Saturday he wasn't in his office. I'd swear to that under oath. Take a lie detector test, anything. I didn't kill him, Mac. I didn't.
That's what we're going to prove. I'll take that drink now.
What would you like?
Scotch?
Scotch? Nothing else?
No, Lee. Nothing else.
Well, now that's what I call inviting. It's gonna take all my control not to make it a threesome.
But you will use control.
Wait a minute. I hear him coming. Get into bed quick. I'll whiten down your face with some powder.
Mildred, I've told you I refuse to take unfair advantage just because I'm pregnant. I can't stand women who use that trick just to hold on to their husbands.
And you know why they use it? Because it works, that's why.
When he gets here, you will keep your mouth shut.
That's a suggestion?
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Mildred, what's for dinner? Smells good. What's with her?
Laryngitis, I hope. How was your day?
Fine. You kicked me.
Poor Lee.
How did you know things were going badly for her?
I didn't. I was just feeling sorry for her because she let you get away.
Hello?
Hello, Commissioner. I think I've got something. Well, sir, it seems that a Miss Erickson always called Mr. Richards just before each of his business trips.
Where do we find her?
No address. But the return phone number was a photo studio. You know, sir, one of those kind where they rent you a camera and...
Candy Erickson.
Wow, what a dish.
You know something? Business has dropped off almost 25% since she left. She really knew how to bring out the art in a fella. They'd go in for 15-minute appointment and wind up shooting her for hours. Once they start, they can't take their eyes off her.
Did she ever talk about any of her boyfriends?
Talking to Candy about her social life. That's like trying to discuss troop movements with the Army Chief of Staff. Although I heard lately she's been playing house with just one guy.
What's his name?
Well, she didn't say. But if I know Candy, he's a player with plenty of dough.
When'd you last see her?
Friday. I called her house, but there was no answer. Is she in some kind of trouble?
We don't know yet.
I'll tell you something, she's unreliable. She owes me a lot of money, you know. I advanced her half a week's pay.
Could you give us her address, please? Also, all the photographs of her that you can spare.
Hey, pal, I get a lot of money for pictures of her.
We know you're only too happy to cooperate with your police department, don't we?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
In this case, I think he put them in.
Miss Erickson leave word she was going out of town.
No, she didn't. And it's most unusual because she always likes to make sure that I'll take care of her mail and deliveries.
The closet's full of clothes, sir. Nothing to indicate her taking a long trip. And there are men's cosmetics in the bathroom.
Tell me, did you ever see her in the company of this man?
Well, that's hard to say because there were so many of them.
Would you mind if we looked around a little more?
Just take your time. Be sure the door is locked when you leave.
What now, sir?
You try it.
Okay. Now, if we follow your theory, Jason Richards and Candy Erickson became lovers. And they had a hideaway somewhere outside of San Francisco.
Not too far away. They use it for weekends.
Right. There's a torn program in here. And a book of matches. And some tissue paper.
Yeah, well, check it for fingerprints. In fact, check everything for fingerprints.
Yes, sir. Commissioner, I was wondering if...
What are you doing here?
That's my question.
This girl I know gave me the key to her apartment. Told me to pick something up.
What?
It's personal.
You ever been here before?
No.
It's funny. You know exactly where the lamp was. In fact, you walked right to it, in the dark.
I got good night vision.
You also have a good memory. Matthews, if you're involved in this case, your club license could be revoked. You know that?
I'm not involved in anything.
Tell me about it.
There's nothing to tell. I set Candy up in his apartment about a year ago. We had a nice thing going.
Until Jason came along, huh?
That's right. Jason was as dumb as I was. He really thought she was going to run away with him.
He told you that?
He rubbed it in. Nothing he liked better than to take somebody's girl away from him. Believe me, all she wanted was a career.
What did Jason have on you?
Nothing. Why?
Well, he forced you to make him a partner. He stole your girl out right from under your nose. You might just want to see a man like him dead, huh?
You're reaching, Commissioner.
When did you last see Candy?
About 3 months ago. I told her I was tired of picking up the tab on his apartment. She laughed and told me to get lost.
I notice you still have her key.
Is there a law against that?
No, but it could indicate you're lying. A girl like Candy Erickson would ever locks change after she threw you out.
Okay. I've been seeing Candy all along. She promised as soon as Jason got her career going, she'd get rid of him.
You expect to find her here tonight?
I didn't know. But when I heard that Richards had been killed, I figured the best thing for me to do was to make sure nothing of mine was around.
Tell me, Do you think Candy Erickson capable of murder?
You'd really love to put the blame somewhere else, wouldn't you? Well, I'm not going to be any help to you there.
This folk singer was appearing in Sausalito 3 weeks ago during one of Jason Richards' long weekends. Richards' fingerprints are on that program.
The owner of a record company is always looking for new talent.
Yes, sir, but Candy Erickson's fingerprints are on the program also.
All right, so we brought along a lady friend. Now I suppose you're going to show me a book of matches, which means that somebody likes seafood and took a drive out to Sausalito for dinner. Sorry, Commissioner, but I don't see the relevance.
You don't find it relevant that Richards spent long weekends with a photo model? And said model and Richards are both missing at the same time?
Suppose I do. How does that alter the evidence that Lee Richards killed her husband?
Well, we won't know that till we cross the bridge into Sausalito. Now, will we?
What exactly do you want me to do, Mac?
Keep your eyes open. See if you can spot anybody who knew Jason.
And if we find they did have a place in Sausalito, how will that help?
All we have to do is find some evidence that Jason was alive on Saturday morning. We can break the back of Chapman's case.
And if we don't?
Sorry. I can't say I've seen either of them.
We have a lot of territory to cover, Fred. Do you know where we could rent a couple of cars?
Sure. 2 blocks up the street and a short ride.
Can you spare 3 walkie-talkies?
Sure thing. I hope you find what you're looking for, Mac.
Wow, what a figure. No wonder you're looking for her. You know, if I looked like that, I doubt if I'd be pumping gas for a living.
Have you seen her?
Ah. Sure I won't do, handsome?
Thank you very much.
No, but she sure is pretty. Did you say she was a model? Boy, that's what I'd like to do. Anything to get out of here.
You'll find something, Mac. You're never wrong about these things.
I didn't call about that. I just want to know how you're feeling.
Oh, I'm feeling terrific. I whipped 2 mountain lions and 3 tigers and Mildred all this morning.
You take it easy on those mountain lions. They're not as tough as Mildred.
I know, you're right. Mac, do you think you're going to be home for dinner? You know, I don't like going to bed with just a candle-lit table for company.
Blow out your candles, Sally, and take a nap. I'll be home in time to wake you up.
Mac, I know that Lee's going to come through this thing all right.
Goodbye.
Commissioner. Nothing.
Mac, maybe Chapman's right.
Chapman's wrong. Somewhere, somebody's going to be able to recognize a picture of those 2. Let's keep looking.
Well, I can't say I know him by the names you've been using, young fella. But they look like the Jays. I showed them a few houses, but they wanted something a little more private, you know.
Tell me, do you know if they bought anything around here?
Well, now, I hear they bought the McIntosh place.
Thank you very much, sir.
It's in a little cove about 5 miles north of town. I'll be parked in front.
Good work, Enright. Did you hear that, Lee?
Yes, I'll meet you there.
Enright, call the sheriff and get a search warrant. And tell him to dig up all the information he can on the Jays.
Yes, sir. I think we're in luck, sir. The agent who sold the house to Jason Richards identified him and Mr. J as the same person.
Have we really found them?
Kind of looks that way. Enright, why don't you check the boat and the dock? We'll check the house.
Yes, sir.
Lipstick. Is this going to be too tough for you?
Like the man said on the ship, damn the torpedoes.
It's dated Saturday. Still fresh. That means someone was here over the weekend.
Oh, Mac.
There's no freezer compartment.
Oh, that's an old icebox.
Yeah, but there has to be a freezer somewhere. This is the frozen cut waffles. Here it is. Meat, vegetables, TV dinners. Enough frozen food here to last two people for a long time. Most of it seems to have been bought within the last couple of days.
What makes you say that?
Well, there's no frost on it. See? Packages on the bottom here. They're covered with it. Look.
If only we could find who sold them this on Saturday.
Yes, it could prove that Jason wasn't in his office on Saturday. Can't be in two places at the same time.
Commissioner!
Out here. What's wrong?
Candy Erickson. Her body was floating under the dock. Well, sir, it looks like an obvious case of a double murder.
Yeah. A jealous wife kills her husband and his mistress. Just a little too obvious, don't you think?
Sir, the district attorney's office is going to press for an indictment, whether we like it or not. And if anything about Candy Erickson's death points to Mrs. Richards, they'll have a prima facie case.
There's still a body missing. Until we find Richards or some other answers, the investigation is open.
Okay, sir. What do you want to do about Mrs. Richards?
I'll drive her back to the city. I think the best thing would be for her to turn herself in.
Shame. Pretty young girl like that. I'd sure like to get my hands on the person who did it.
You can help, Fred. Put out an APB to apprehend Jason Richards.
Richards? He's dead, isn't he?
Let's find out. And lean on your coroner, hard. I want an A to Z autopsy on that girl, and I want the results now.
I'll do what I can. Talk to you later.
I want you to question every grocer in the area. I have a hunch Richards bought some eggs, milk, and a large amount of frozen food sometime Saturday morning.
But the elevator operator said he saw him in his office on Saturday morning.
He saw his car, but he didn't see Jason Richards.
We don't stand a chance, May. Why not admit it?
We'd have stood a better chance if you'd told me everything.
I have.
No, Jason could have gotten a divorce if that was all he wanted. But no, he tried to frame you on a murder rap and be willing to disappear for the rest of his life. He'd have to have a pretty strong reason. What have you got on him?
You never did miss much.
It's more than infidelity, isn't it?
He's been embezzling money from our company for years to pay for his habits. I tried looking the other way, and it got worse. And soon he was forging my name on checks. And about a year ago, he sold several $100,000 of company stock without authorization.
Did you tell him you could have him thrown in jail?
Yes. I told him he could have his freedom in exchange for 20 years hard labor.
Do you think he killed her?
I don't know why he would. To hear him tell it, he loved her more than life.
Well, suppose he didn't tell her about his plan to frame you until he'd taken her to the cabin and she refused to go along with it. Now, he'd already committed himself. He left an awful lot of blood around. And a tape recorder in the office. It's too late. He had to do it.
Possibly. But I don't think he has the guts to kill him off.
McMillan.
District Attorney Chapman would like to speak to you, Commissioner.
Put him on.
Yes, sir.
The DA.
The Highway Patrol found Candy Erickson's car this morning. Lee Richards' .22 caliber pistol was in the glove compartment. Her prints are on it.
There's an awful lot of static in this area. Would you repeat that, please?
The Highway Patrol found Candy Erickson's car this morning. Lee Richards' .22 caliber pistol was in the glove compartment, and her fingerprints are on it.
Let's get it over with.
We'll meet in my office at 4 o'clock.
There's no longer any doubt about it, Commissioner. Bullets were removed from Candy Erickson's brain. The ballistics test indicate they were fired from Lee Richards' gun.
Where's the rest of the autopsy report?
On its way from Sausalito. In the meanwhile, Miss Richards, I intend to charge you with the murder of your husband, Jason Richards, and Candy Erickson. Now, you have the right to remain silent. And I warn you, anything you say can be used against you. And, Commissioner, this one I'll make stick.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mac.
Sorry I'm so late.
That's okay. Any luck?
No luck.
How's Lee?
Beaten. Like me.
What happened?
She's been charged with the double murder of her husband and his mistress.
You're still convinced she's innocent, aren't you?
Yeah. Which makes me unique.
You won't let her be convicted, will you, Mac?
You're remarkable, you know that? Most wives would love to see their husbands' old girlfriends behind bars.
You really cared for her, didn't you?
I thought I did.
Well, then you just better go out and save her, because I don't want my competition behind bars looking romantic and unobtainable.
Ooh. All right, I'll save her first thing in the morning.
Hello? Commissioner, you were right. Jason was shopping for groceries on Saturday morning. Yes, sir, I've got a man here who can positively identify him.
Is he willing to make a statement?
Well, he's already agreed to. We'll be at your office in about half an hour.
Right. Sally. Sally, but... What would I ever do without you?
That's something you'll never know.
He stopped in about noon or shortly after. I remember because my wife had just brought lunch and I couldn't eat until he finished his order. He didn't buy much, milk, eggs, that was it.
And you're absolutely sure that it was the same man?
Oh, yes, sir. I know Mr. J real good. Most of the time when he comes in, he orders a whole mess of frozen foods. But not this time.
Thanks very much.
We appreciate you taking this trouble.
My pleasure.
If Jason Richards was alive on Saturday, who was killed in his office?
If someone was killed in the office?
The rest of the autopsy report, sir.
Yep.
A copy's been placed on your desk, sir.
Thanks, Ryan. Of course, there's another possibility. Lee Richards arrived at noon, but no one saw her leave. Jason Richards could have arrived at the office in the afternoon while she was still waiting for him. She could have killed him in the office, and then she still had time to hide the body and get up to the cabin and kill Candy Erickson.
Possible. Except for this. Take a look.
No water in the lungs, killed instantly by the first 2 bullet wounds. I don't see anything here to clear Lee Richards.
Look at the time of death. According to the autopsy report, Candy Erickson's been dead approximately 48 hours. Today is Wednesday.
That means she was killed sometime Monday afternoon. But Mrs. Richards was in San Francisco all day Monday. Talk about your ironclad alibi.
I apologize, Commissioner. Of course, with this, all charges against Mrs. Richards will be dismissed.
Oh, I don't know how to thank you, Mac.
Thanks are necessary.
Well, the paperwork's all done, Mrs. Richards. You're free to go.
And I want to thank you, too, Sergeant.
Oh, well, I'm not really so sure you should. I mean, I really thought that you were guilty.
Well, that's all right. They almost had me to that point.
I'll say one thing for the commissioner, though. He never wavered. He knew you were innocent.
That's because he knows me so well. Oh, Mac. Do you think your wife would mind if I kissed you goodbye? Well, Sergeant Enright is here to ensure propriety.
I don't think she'd mind. You don't mind that I kissed her, do you?
Of course I don't mind. Why should I mind? What was it? Just an innocent peck on the cheek. Frankly, I don't know a woman alive who wouldn't want to kiss my husband. Anyway, darling, you know how I feel about jealousy. It's beneath a woman to concern herself with such a cheap emotion. I don't care if she kissed you or if she didn't kiss you.
I think you've made your point, Sally. Now, have you found anything edible in there yet?
Mayonnaise, you want some?
Just mayonnaise? Well, there's nothing. Let's try the freezer. Let's see. Enchiladas? Macaroni and cheese. When did Builder buy that?
Yesterday. Mac, if you don't want to eat frozen food, why don't we send out for some of that fantastic pizza?
Yesterday.
This love of mine had no beginning. It has no end. I was an oak, now I'm a willow. Now I can bend. And if I never in my life see you again, still here I'll stay until it's time for you to go. Here I'll stay until it's time.
Well, I'm so glad you've come. We didn't get a chance to say goodbye properly, or hello either, for that matter. Jason, have they found him?
Sit down, Lee.
Mac, you're frightening me. What is it?
It ain't gonna work.
What are you talking about,
The
Mac?
murder of your husband and the murder of Candy Erickson.
Oh, Mac, don't make a bad joke, please.
You planted 2 sets of evidence. The first to prove your guilt, the second, the alibis to prove your innocence. By very carefully incriminating yourself, you made it look like Jason had framed you. No one, including me, would ever suspect you of framing yourself.
Mac, this isn't funny.
No, it isn't. Friday night, you brought a tape recorder home. baiting Jason into an argument, and you recorded it. When he asked you for a divorce, you pulled a gun on him. He told you to put it down, and you did.
Mac,
Then Jason left for the office, picked up Candy, went out to Sausalito to the cabin. You stayed home here and edited the tape.
You took out the part about putting the gun down, and you added gunshots and the sound of a body being dragged across the room. Then the same night, you took the tape recorder back to the office because you knew that the secretary would play it first thing Monday morning.
Mac, I'm not gonna sit
Then
here
on
and
Saturday, you went back to the office to make sure the elevator boy saw you. Then you went back to Sausalito, found Candy alone because Jason was at the market, and you shot her. Then when Jason came back, you shot him too.
Well, that's outrageous. How dare you?
All that blood, missing button, the ditch car, you planted all those clues. And then you turned me loose.
Well, that isn't true, any of it. I didn't kill Jason. And I couldn't have killed Candy. You saw the autopsy report. I was in San Francisco when she was shot.
An autopsy, Lee, determines the time of death by the amount of decomposition in the body at the time of the examination. You delayed the decomposition by placing Candy's body in the freezer. Then on Sunday, you took the body out of the freezer, dumped it in the bay, knowing it wouldn't thaw out in the cold water until Monday. A laboratory analysis will prove the food taken out of the freezer to make room for Candy's body was refrozen after you dumped the body in the bay.
That was freshly bought frozen food. You said so yourself.
The grocer said that Jason didn't buy any frozen food on Saturday. You didn't know that when you shot him. That was your big mistake. Jason's body is out there somewhere, isn't it? Now that we know that, we'll find him.
You really are the best.
Of course you needed me to follow up on all those clues so quickly. If we didn't find Candy's body in time, your whole plan would have fallen apart.
Well, either way, the object was to have him dead.
A divorce would have made better sense.
No, alive, he humiliated me. All those girls, the cheaper, the better. You don't know what I took, what I would have gone on taking if only he hadn't said he was leaving me. Surely you understand.
No, Lee, I don't.
You're not a dream, you're not an angel, you're a man. I'm not a queen, I'm a woman. Take my hand. We'll build a space in the lives that we planned, and here we'll stay until it's time for you to go. Yes, we're different, worlds apart, we're not the same. We laughed and played at the start like in a game. You could have stayed outside my heart, but in you came, and here you'll stay until it's time for you to go. Don't ask why, and don't ask how, and don't ask forever. Love me, love me now. This love of mine had no beginning. It has no.
Sergeant Enright says that you were brilliant.
I was an oak, now
He said that if District Attorney Chapman had had his way, that he would have brought Lee to trial, and that once the alibis that she had set up had been discovered, that she would have been acquitted. And he said if that had happened, that the double jeopardy law would have prevented her from ever being brought to justice. You know what I can't figure out? What the clue was that got you started. My dad always said that it's some little clue that leads you to the big ones. But I can't figure out what that little clue was. And neither can Sergeant Enright. We went over all of them very carefully. Come on, Mac, give a girl some help. What was the little clue? I bet you if you just give me a little hint, I could guess it. Just a hint. One word hint. Just a little hint.
Okay. Let's see. Matches.
Matches. It's a little clue. Matches. The ones that Sergeant Enright found in the wastebasket?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. She wanted to lead you to Sausalito, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, how did you know that the matches were a clue?
The folder was full.
Well, of course, nobody throws a book full of matches in the wastebasket. Well, I really think that I solved it. Because if I had cooked you dinner, instead of making you take icebox luck, you never would have been poking around the freezer and found the frozen macaroni. I guess I deserve a lot of credit, don't I?
Mm-hmm. Let's go to bed.
Do we have to turn the fire off first?
It's the kind of flame that burns itself up.
That's the kind of flame that I like best.
Come on.
before daylight from the state's maximum security prison and resulted in quite a few embarrassed faces. Though most prison officials refused to comment, one penologist, who asked not to be identified, said with a grin, "Well, I guess it's back to the old drawing board." In sports last night, the big story was the off-season trade between Chicago and Atlanta.
Well, your escape was obviously a success.
Yes, your Treasury agents are very efficient.
Well, it's not too tough to pull off a prison break when you got the warden's cooperation. You know, this is amazing how much he looks like you. Are you sure he'll cooperate, huh?
Oh, he'll cooperate. Once he hears the deal.
I don't like it, sir. I don't like it at all. It's too risky.
Well, he's right. You know, it's dangerous, and it's not too late to back out.
According to this cable, Paris already knows about the gold. Probably headed for Lisbon and Mexico. How serious is that?
Well, if we hope to prevent an international gold panic, we've got to move.
What are the alternatives if I don't do the job?
None.
There's your answer. So what happens? I just sit here?
You're out of prison, aren't you? It ought to be enough for now.
It ought to be, but it ain't. And I want to know what I'm doing here now.
Maybe this is your answer.
Oh, you again. I should have known. Hello, Claudio. Full of surprises, aren't you, Commissioner? First you put me in, then you take me out. Glad you could make it. Sorry I couldn't dress for the occasion, but I got your invite on short notice. We've got quite a job for you. As it happens, I'm free. For the moment, that is. What's the job? Impersonating me. Push over. What'll you do? Take a vacation? No. I'll be impersonating you. Ha! Then you're gonna have a great vacation. Assuming you're not stupid enough to send yourself back to prison. I had to go to San Diego. I understand it's a town you know rather well. Sure, I know it. What's the deal? I want a rundown on your friends there, in detail. Yeah? Yeah. Joe Murphy. Rachel Solo. Vera Royal. Vera Royal? Wait a minute. What's the deal, Commissioner? I'll ask the questions. Vera Royal, huh? She finally must have made it big. You're about to make it big yourself. You're going to be a police commissioner while I'm away. I got $500,000 last year for impersonating you. Can you match that? I already did. You're out of jail, aren't you? That ain't good enough. If we get what we want, you'll get a parole when I get back. I get a parole whether you get back or not. The chances are that slim, huh? I know Vera and her crowd. You ain't coming back. All right. You tell us what you know. Everything. And I'll see that you get a parole, whether I get back or not. You got yourself a deal.
Okay, but I hold the papers until we're certain that the commissioner is not coming back. We wouldn't want two Mattins running around loose on the San Diego waterfront.
Oh, I don't know. Sounds kind of like fun to me.
You're going to be doing undercover work with her?
You could call it that, yeah.
Just Just how long do you think it's going to take?
As long as it takes to find out when and where the gold will be smuggled into the States. Then get word back to the Treasury Department.
You're not even in the Treasury Department.
My qualifications are only physical, I admit.
Your qualifications are exactly the kind that a woman like Vera Royal would want. That's what bothers me.
Manton will be staying under the same roof with you. Now, surely you can trust me with her.
There's a difference. A big difference. I know that Manton is not my husband, but Vera Royal has no way of knowing that you're not her lover.
Well, what about last year? You thought he was your husband then?
Don't be ridiculous. Not for a minute.
Well, he didn't get anywhere with me, despite repeated attempts.
What repeated attempts?
And he won't this time either.
You mean you knew he was an imposter?
Oh, it was so obvious. I mean, he may look a little bit like you, Commissioner, but... Oh, I never judge a book by its cover. What matters to me is what's inside. And you don't need a title page to tell you what that man is like.
Why, Mildred, you mean you do like me?
I don't think I said that, Commissioner.
Mildred, be careful. Mac needs that for his work.
That's work.
Commissioner, you're in for the time of your life. After being me for a few days, you'll never be satisfied again. And let me tell you something else. Commissioner, you're in for the time of your life. Commissioner, you're in for the time of your life. After being me for a few days, you'll never be satisfied again. And let me tell you something else. Commissioner, you're in for the time of your life. After being me for a few days, you'll never be satisfied again. And let me tell you something else.
And therefore, the investigation is continuing, and no further comment will be made until tomorrow morning's briefing. And therefore, the investigation is continuing, and no further comment will be made before... Oh, come on, Sergeant. I got away with impersonating him last year, didn't I?
Keep practicing. An important life depends on your being perfect.
Yeah? Well, an important life depended on it last year, too. Mine.
Well, no one's worried about you, Madden. You're safe.
Yeah, I know. Well, you got plenty of reason to be worried about him. He's going into a real jungle. One mistake, and it's curtains.
I'm telling you, the Treasury Department knows too much. There's a leak somewhere. You find out who and get rid of him. I don't care what you have to do. Just get rid of him, you understand? Right. And tell Vera I'll be seeing her soon. Right. Right.
As far as we know, they've shipped the gold from Paris to Lisbon. Now, if our reports are right, it's headed from Mexico and then the U.S. Now, that's your assignment, Mac. How, where, and when.
Oh, no. Like this. Curlier. Yeah, that's better.
That should do it, Commissioner.
Hey, Joe. Any coffee around?
Yeah.
How about getting us a couple of cups?
Be a pleasure.
Thank you. Any idea who gives Vera her orders? No one knows the answer to that. That's the one thing she never yaks about. But there is someone. He's got to have plenty of honor. He's the only man alive that scares her. When did you last see her? A couple of years ago. Acapulco. How were things between you when you left? Not as good as they'll be when I get back. A lot will be expected of you, Commissioner, so don't let me down. It may be your life at stake, but it's my reputation. Well, I'll do my best not to let you down.
Commissioner?
Yes, Sergeant, what is it?
Oh, well, I thought you'd like to know.
No, Charlie. Here.
Oh, yeah. Well, your contact lens has just arrived.
Oh, yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Sensational, Commissioner. Your eyes really look blue.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's take a look at the pictures. Number 1, Joe Murphy, bartender at the Lotus.
And him?
Bill Johnson, former Navy flyer, will work for anybody if the price is right.
Good. Now for the ladies.
Rachel Solo. I'm not to be confused by her last name because she almost never is.
What about her?
Bonnie Sue, born without a last name for obvious reasons.
Excellent. What is Vera's favorite fragrance?
Gardenia.
Her drink?
Champagne, exclusively.
Your song?
Or what?
I mean, her song with Manton, their song.
Oh, My Blue Heaven.
Paradise.
Oh, yeah.
And the deep dip?
Hmm?
The deep dip. It's Vera's favorite dance step, sir. You know, with Paradise. Dip? Well, everybody used to dance that way.
Not everybody.
You know, Commissioner, Manton has really led quite a life. I love my work, but listening to him talk last night, well, I couldn't help wondering if maybe I had missed a little.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you know when I get back. Don't you have anything a little quieter? Quieter? These are the best threads in town. Are you kidding? Bring it over here. Man, do you dress square? Yes, I want to enjoy your wardrobe, too. I look great, but this bummer, who'd know? I got it figured you'd be leaving in the morning. Good luck. Oh, and take care of the old rep. It's all I got, but it's plenty.
Look, Frank, before you go, will you talk to him again? Tell him to get out of there as soon as he has the information. I know the way he is. He'll want to stay there until he has the gold shipment in your hands.
Right.
Yeah.
Charlie, I want to look at those San Diego maps.
Yes, sir.
What's the matter? Your lenses bother you? Of course not.
Commissioner, here's the waterfront map you wanted. First of all, the Lotus Bar is located...
I could find the Lotus Bar blindfolded. Over here, Charlie.
What's my favorite dessert?
Apple crumb cake.
Manton says he's known all over the waterfront, sir. So if you hang around there long enough, you'll bump into somebody who'll lead you to Vera.
No, according to our latest reports, the gold is due in at the end of the week. Now, once you find out where and when, I want you out of there, because, believe me, you'd be safer with the ingots than with that information.
He's right, sir. Those people kill a man for what he knows.
Yeah. And a lot of times they think he knows more than he does, so you're going to be in danger from the time you get there till you get out.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't trust your motives.
My motives? We've never been apart more than one night. I'm gonna miss you.
If Manton's as convincing as last time,
You maybe even forget I'm gone.
There's only one man in my life, and he ain't got blue eyes.
Oh. You mean him?
That's only half the story.
Better?
Best. Your beautiful brown eyes are the reason that I fell in love with you. Didn't you know that?
That's the reason.
Mm-hmm.
Never guessed.
Vera Royal. You know, Mac, that photograph could be an old one. I bet she's aged a lot since then.
Probably has.
Oh, yeah.
Most women do.
Yes, that kind of a life can be very hard on a woman. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
All those men in her life. I bet she's exhausted. Just a shadow of her former self.
I doubt it.
Do you know, I feel better. Why didn't you tell me all these things earlier?
Because I didn't think of it earlier.
I'm certainly glad that you finally did.
Yes, so am I. Because after all, I was taught to be kind to the aged.
Just exactly, what do you mean by kind?
Well, I will be posing as Manton, and who knows what will be expected of him.
Well, whatever it is, she's gonna be disappointed, right?
He did tell me his reputation was at stake. How could I let him down?
You'll think of something.
So I think the Lotus Bar would be the best contact point. I'll look it over when I get down there and then I'll call you. Right?
Well, I'll hear from you tonight, then, eh?
Yeah, tonight. Can I give you a lift anywhere?
No, thanks. I'm walking as much as possible these days. I like a lot better than dieting. Makes me feel happier.
Yeah, right. Okay. Bye-bye. Take it easy, huh?
Sir? You sure you still want to go through with this?
There's no choice. You know that.
They know too much. Otherwise, Hanson wouldn't be dead. The stakes are too high.
I didn't exactly volunteer for the job.
Well, you didn't turn it down either. I was just thinking of how Mrs. McMillan would feel if anything happened to you. And me.
Not to mention Mildred.
Not to mention Mildred.
I'll be passing the information on to you, you know. You're taking just as much a risk as I am. Do you want to back up?
No.
And I'll see you tomorrow night at the Lotus Bar. I'll light a cigarette when it's safe to talk. Now stop worrying. I'll be back in a week. What do you want? Boilermaker.
Murphy around?
You from out of town?
Who isn't? Why? Doesn't he work here anymore?
He don't work anymore.
Retired?
Dead.
How did he die?
Well, the papers said that he died of a sudden illness. I call it just sudden.
I'm looking for a dame named Vera Royal. Any idea how I could find her?
Is she looking for you?
She will be. She knows I'm in town.
Oh, one of those big thrill things, when she finds you, huh?
Check.
Well, if she wants you, she'll find you.
If you happen to hear from her, tell her that Claudio Manton's back in town. It'll be good news. I promise you.
Hey, Claudio. Good to see you again, pal.
Same here. How you been?
Oh, breathing.
It's more than old Murphy can say.
Yeah, but then Murphy had it coming. He was in a highly dangerous line of work.
Bartending?
Sure, bartending, Claudio. You're still a funny man. Even with your jailbreak making all the papers.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever happened to those Havana cigars you were going to send me from Florida? You forget?
Oh, I couldn't forget you, pal. It's just that I didn't get to Florida that time.
Got a better offer, huh? From a richer lady?
Yeah, you know how it is.
No, but I'd like to.
Tell me, you seen Vera lately?
Man, you got some nerve looking her up again after running out on her the way you did.
Yeah, well, that's my problem, isn't it?
It sure is.
So where is she?
Maybe you're in luck. Nobody's seen her in a couple of months.
She's not out of town.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well, somebody has to know. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Dee 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 dee. Well, hello there.
Down, boy.
You didn't hear it?
Hear what?
That noise. All that banging, I thought there was trouble.
There is, till you start back downstairs again.
You sure you didn't hear anything?
Oh, I heard the police patrolling outside. Lest you forget.
You don't trust me, Mildred.
Ah, got it on the first guess. That's why I'm here. And the cops are outside. Of course, if this arrangement doesn't suit you, we can always return you from whence you came to jail.
I'm surprised at you, Mildred. Someone with your obvious experience in show business, I thought you'd get a kick out of this.
Show business?
You weren't a showgirl? A dame built like you?
A dame built like me? They didn't even finish building me. Well, great legs, but where's the rest of me? No, Martin, you go on back to your couch before I order a cage.
Come on, Millie, let's have a highball.
I don't drink, thanks.
Then how about a piece of that delicious apple pie? I was dreaming about it when I woke up.
Sure you were.
Apple pie?
Okay.
Huh?
Say, buddy. Got a light?
Sure.
We hear you've been looking for Vera Royal.
That's right.
You just got lucky. Okay, here they come. What about the Jameson case, Commissioner?
Yes, how angry are you?
Angry?
The grand jury refused to return an indictment. Isn't that so?
They said lack of evidence. Isn't that a reflection on your department, Commissioner?
Well, at this point in time,
I
according
think
to
that
the
you
evidence...
gentlemen are asking the wrong man that question. Don't you think that question belongs to the district attorney?
We'd better hurry up, Commissioner. You'll be late for your next appointment.
I'm aware of my appointment schedule, Sergeant.
I really would like to go home, dear. It's been an awfully long day.
Great. Nothing I'd like better than spending the night home alone with the little lady.
Oh, don't get your hopes up.
Let's get a few pics with the little lady. Come on, honey, a little bit closer.
Real Greenwald morning. I missed you.
Yeah, don't call me honey.
What does he call you?
Sally.
Catchy. This is the one little woman of San Francisco who always feels safe, and that's because you're married to a police commissioner. Right, honey?
What about that, Mrs. McMillan? Your husband's work can be dangerous. Are you ever frightened?
Not when I'm with my husband, Ken, no.
Which is why I have this new policy of always having her right by my side.
Excuse me.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Commissioner, you haven't talked much about the Jameson case.
I think that would be impossible to discuss at this time, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Gonna,
However, I feel...
You gonna take any action, Commissioner?
That'll be all for now, gentlemen. Thank you.
Better not stand too close, man. You gotta be pretty steady on your feet to enjoy the view from the top.
Takes more than heights to make me dizzy.
Then we'll just have to try something else. I like to keep my men off balance.
Hello, baby. Glad to see you again.
Okay, boys. Something else.
Watch the antiques, fellas.
Is that enough?
Just a little more. Okay, fellas, that's just right. Thanks. You always were a little too pretty. This is much nicer.
As I remember right, we used to get along a lot better than this.
Oh, you remember right. We used to get along beautifully. You rat.
What'd I do?
Now, isn't that just like a man? Pretending to forget.
you look a lot better than the last time.
That's because I'm doing a lot better than the last time.
Yeah, I noticed.
I was sure you would. That's the kind of thing you notice first, isn't it, Claudio? How well the lady's doing. And I don't mean her looks.
Come on, Vera. Spent a whole year in jail. Come over here looking for a little kindness. And first your two hoods damn near beat me to death, and then you give me a lot of lip.
Oh, yes, I heard about the prison break. Who helped you?
Help me?
Come on, Claudio. You don't break out of that prison without help. Who was it?
Nobody.
Oh, some rich broad who couldn't live without you, hmm?
I'm through with that kind of life, Vera. I spent a whole year just thinking about it, and I'm going to pay my own way from now on.
Oh, now that doesn't sound like the Claudio I knew and loved. As a matter of fact, you don't even look the same. No, there's something very different about you.
Oh, even I age a little.
Oh, I approve of age in other people. No, it's not age. It's something else. You've had your teeth fixed, haven't you?
Yeah. The better to bite you with.
Teddy, I thought you were already on your way.
I was. But then I heard Pretty Boy Creep was in town, so I came back.
Hello, Teddy. Long time no see.
Not long enough.
I see you still have it.
I still have everything you gave me, baby. Always watched from the first stroke. You always said it reminds you of me.
Get out, Madden.
Cool it, Teddy. We don't even know why Claudio's here yet.
Don't we?
No. Just what do you want, Claudio?
I need papers to get out of the country.
Out of the country? When you're with Vera, you're out of the country.
Am I with Vera?
We've got business, Vera.
Yes, I know, and you should have been on your way by now.
I go when he goes.
Oh, you just gave me an idea. Claudio, how long has it been since you went upstairs and jumped out?
Upstairs? I thought this was the penthouse.
What's funny? I don't think he has the slightest idea what you're talking about.
He knows what we're talking about. He used to be the best in the business.
Still am the best.
At what?
Oh, what do you think? Going upstairs and jumping out.
Look, I told you he knew what we were talking about.
No, he hasn't said anything except what we've said.
Look, Teddy, it's not the kind of sport they encourage in prison. I may be a little out of shape, but I always know how to jump out of a plane.
You really were the best, you know.
I never forget anything I'm good at.
Oh?
I may need a little practice.
Oh, we'll provide plenty of practice in all departments.
I want to talk to you, Vera.
Sure, Teddy. Why don't you put on a record, Claudio? Our song is still there.
Sure, baby.
You forgetting the last time I walked out on you?
I'm not forgetting anything. I just thought of a way to get even. Only this time he's gonna walk out on me at 10,000 feet, and I'm gonna be watching. Then it's just you and me, baby. Now look, why don't you go, Teddy? You got a lot of work to do.
I don't like leaving you alone.
Oh, I can handle Claudio.
Just make sure he doesn't handle you.
Oh? You remembered? I'm surprised. It's been so long, I thought you might have forgotten. Now, let's see if you remember what comes next.
I never thought I'd meet the lady who'd make me want to take a shot at getting married. Till now.
You're very sweet, Claudio. But I don't think that marriage is for every man. Having a wife is quite a responsibility.
Not from where I'm standing. If I were married, I'd never go off and leave a wife like you.
Yeah, well, you might not have any choice.
Come on. The police commissioner of San Francisco doesn't have a choice. Who are you trying to kid?
This doesn't have anything to do with San Francisco, you know. You don't know. And you're not going to get another word out of me. Not about Mac and not about what he's doing in San Diego.
Well, if he's with Vera, I know what he's doing. I just don't know why. Not when he has someone like you waiting at home.
You know, you can be kind of nice sometimes.
So I make my living, sweetheart.
Yeah, I know. But do you know, it wouldn't surprise me if there wasn't a rather decent person hidden under all of that facade.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who needs him? Facade's what counts. The company I keep. And if you're talking about last year, when I let you off the hook, that was different. You thought I was your husband. This time, you'll know what you're getting. Shall we go?
As soon as Mildred's ready.
Mildred's coming? I thought we were going to a dinner dance.
We are, but it's also a benefit for charity. Organized by my most suspicious friend, Carol, which is why we're making this appearance. Besides, it's $50 a plate. Why don't we just think of Mildred as another contribution?
Got an idea. Why don't we leave Mildred there as part of the contribution? Mildred, you look wonderful. It's worth $50 just to get a good look at you.
Well, it's too bad the commissioner can't be here to see since he's paying.
You know, that dress reminds me of the good old days.
Well, if it was good enough for Mrs. McMillan's mother, it's good enough for me.
Is that where you got that dress? I think it looks great. Come on, Claudia. Come on. Oh, we're gonna have a ball, aren't we?
Rye whiskey.
Any word yet?
How's Sally?
She's fine.
It's on its way. I'm on the reception committee. I'll find out where tomorrow. We're having a practice run.
How'd it go with Vera Royal?
All right. Finally. Give me a rundown on a guy named Teddy Sands. He's running things for Vera and doing his best to get rid of Manton, which translates me.
Nice quiet place.
Yeah.
Always like this?
Yeah.
You better get out of here before the cops come.
Sure Sally's all right?
She's fine. In fact, she's at a big party Mrs. Clenshaw's throwing tonight.
Good. Hope she's having a ball.
Boy, I'm having a ball.
Then, why don't you look at me?
Claudio, you've only got one brown eye.
What?
She's right. What'd you do with the other eye, dummy?
It was here a minute ago.
Will you two act casual,
What'd you
please?
do, dummy?
Well, I want everyone to have a good time, of course, but don't you think you've taken it just a little bit far?
Carol, what a lovely party.
Oh, well, how can you tell from down there?
Well, we've seen it all from top to bottom, and we're the best judges.
Why, Mac, You wear contacts. I never knew that before.
Carol, please. He's very sensitive.
Oh, well, several pounds on me, artificial, and I'm not sensitive.
Yes, we've noticed. The pounds and the sensitivity.
If this gala weren't costing $50 a head, I'd have yours sent home.
Carol, you look absolutely ravishing.
Well, thank you, Sally. Oh, and so does Mac. I've never seen him quite so dashing. I can't keep my hands off him.
Try.
You see, honey, there are plenty of women who would be happy to change places with you.
Oh, I'll say. And the line forms here, right behind me.
Carol, are we raising lots of money tonight?
Oh, only a small fortune. 2 more tickets, and I'd have a sellout on my hands.
I'll take them. Send the bill to my office.
Why, Mac, how darling. Oh, I've never known you to be so generous. Oh, my last 2 tickets, I now have a perfect score.
And that's the only kind to have.
Oh, well, I'm sure if I had you around all the time, I'm sure I'd never have to worry.
Likewise, I'm sure.
Oh, why am I so turned on by your husband tonight? It's getting quite embarrassing.
Yeah, it is.
He's even changed his shaving lotion.
Oh, Mac is just full of surprises these days, Carol.
There are more to come.
Not while I'm around.
I certainly hope not. Don't you ever go on vacation, Mill? You know, Sally, you're a very lucky girl to have a husband who still has surprises left.
That's why I'm not taking a vacation this year. Shall we dance, Commissioner? They're playing our song.
Their song?
Well, it's certainly not my song. You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Tell you one thing, though, wouldn't trade places with you. Going to all those dances. What a strain.
Thought you were having a good time.
Oh, me, no. I just gone through the motions. You know, so everybody wouldn't get suspicious.
You know, you did a good job. You even had man convinced you were having a good time.
That gigolo, did you see the way he was kissing my hand?
Yes, I did.
Well, does he think that behavior's going to get him anywhere?
Well, it certainly got him a terrific breakfast.
Yeah, well, even a gigolo has to eat, I suppose.
No identification. Let's see if this says anything. Damn, that won't be much help.
Claudio, the eighth wonder of the world.
Does that mean anything to you? We'll turn into headquarters to see what they can make of it.
You better get ready.
To be continued?
Anytime, baby.
And how come I get the feeling you're always bluffing?
You want to try calling my head?
That's what today is all about, sweetheart.
Ready so soon?
Well, any luck in finding what you're looking for?
No, I didn't. Where's the lighter flicker on this place? My flame's getting a little low.
Oh, I hadn't noticed. Maybe I'm not as observant as I should be. The dry lake bed, that's your target. And here's the game. Teddy's the best free faller in the business today, but I expect you to be better. If you open your chute before Teddy, consider yourself out of our deal.
I don't know what the deal is yet.
If you free fall longer than Teddy will tell you.
If you free fall longer and live, that is. Fine by me. I'm at home in the air just as I am on the ground.
We'll see, Blue Eyes.
Even an omelet has its limit.
Coming, my dove. To dance the way you danced last night, and now to cook the way you cooked this morning, well, it's a miracle. I mean, I've known women who can do one or the other, but not both.
I've been something of a surprise to myself lately.
Did he? Probably hasn't had a good meal since he left.
Vera Royal doesn't cook?
Vera Royal cook? Are you kidding?
Well, I suppose in her profession, who would notice? Drink your orange juice.
I can do it.
You wouldn't catch me standing over a hot stove if I lived that kind of life.
Oh? kind of a life does she lead?
Well, you know what I mean, coming into all that money.
Oh. You know all about your money, hmm?
Well, I know it's 100 million in solid gold. What more do you need to know?
Yeah. I mean, at those prices, any woman would get out from behind the stove.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't even have to worry about your cooking to win a man. You could just buy him.
Okay, fellas, jump run.
Okay, Romeo. Now we'll see who's best.
Now!
Well, looks like I'm in on the deal. As far as I'm concerned, you're not in on any deal. Yeah? Yeah. You all right? Good. Come on.
Claudio! Claudio! You forgot to put in your order for dinner! Claudio! It's gone. Skipped. Oh.
Oh, by the way, Roy, thanks for the limo.
Okay, Claudio. Hope you make it to San Diego.
He's gone, Sergeant. We've looked everywhere.
Even under the beds.
All right, now calm down. Now, how did it happen?
Well, I don't know. The last thing I knew, Mildred was serving him breakfast.
Yeah, it was a terrific breakfast.
It was. I saw it.
What did he say? Anything?
Yeah, he said it was a terrific breakfast. He even renamed my muffins. Muffins Mildred, he called them.
Forget about the muffins, Mildred. Did he say anything about where he was going?
No. I just thought he was living to come home for dinner.
Where do you think he has gone, Sergeant? San Diego? What's the matter, Sergeant? What's wrong? It's Mac, isn't it?
I don't want to worry you. It's not even worth talking about.
What's not worth talking about?
I don't want you to worry, Mrs. McMillan. I'm sure it's all a mistake.
What's a mistake?
A man was killed last night outside of the bar where I met with the commissioner. No identification, except for a cigarette case with Manton's name on the inside.
It could be Mac, couldn't it?
Well, we only got the call a couple of minutes ago. We don't even have a description yet. So let's not jump to conclusions. I'm sure the commissioner is perfectly safe.
I'm going to San Diego, Sergeant, right now.
With housekeeper. We'll find him. He's here, and we will find him.
Any word yet, Sergeant?
No, he didn't show at the contact point. I'm sure it's because he couldn't get away.
Do you really think he's with Vera?
Well, he's bound to be. I even think I know where they are. Place called Mr. Biggs. I haven't been able to get into it yet, though.
What's Mr. Biggs?
A private club. Very private. Vera runs it.
Do you think Manton knows about it? Could he be there, too?
No, I don't think so. The place just opened. Why, you can't even get in the front door unless you're with a member. But I'll make it somehow. Now, don't worry, Mrs. McMillan. You know we have agents everywhere. So if I don't find the commissioner first, they will. And then I'll let you know the minute it happens.
Thank you, Sergeant. I appreciate it. Call me, no matter how late. You know I won't be sleeping until I know he's all right.
Good night.
Good night. Come on, Mildred. We've got some business of our own to do at Mr. Biggs. Put on your sexiest.
My sexiest? Whatever you say. Wow, what about these boas? Well, it's just the perfect touch, Mrs. McMillan. We'll be lucky to get them on sale. But I mean, why a sale on boas? Boas are never out of season, are they?
Be glad they were on sale, or I would have only been able to afford one.
Yeah, and you might have gotten chilly without one. Well, tonight we're plain clothes women.
Well, I wouldn't exactly use that phrase. However, I did want to hide our inherent good taste so we wouldn't be conspicuous at Mr. Biggs.
Yeah, well, I think you've seen to that. Frankly, I couldn't be happier. I mean, I was never turned on by good taste myself.
Mildred, we've just got to get in there tonight. I just want to know that Mac is safe.
Don't worry now, we will. We'll get in. And these boas were just made for Mr. Biggs. We're not going to settle for anything smaller.
Okay, ladies, this is the place.
Well, at least it's a nice neighborhood.
Excuse me, ladies.
We'll be lucky to make it to the front door.
There's the button.
Mrs. McMillan, tonight you gotta forget everything your mother ever taught you and listen to me.
Right. And you better call me Sal, Mildred.
Right, and you call me Millie. And look like you got something to sell, will you? And nobody will be interested in buying. Come on.
Sorry, sisters, this is a private club.
Oh, we're expected. Come on,
yeah?
Sal.
By who?
Well, you're going to be very sorry you stopped us when you find out who invited us.
That's right, Mr. Big. Very sorry.
Name him.
He doesn't want us to use his name.
Look, sisters, can you peddle it someplace else? This is a private club, not a shopping center.
Does the name Claudio Manton mean anything to you?
I thought you didn't know his name.
Well, he doesn't know I know it.
Does Vera Royal know you know it?
Now you know why we have to keep it a secret.
Okay. But get inside before somebody sees you. But stay out of trouble, unless you want trouble from me. Okay?
Okay.
On the back. Come on.
Rien ne va plus, mesdames, messieurs. 22. Faites vos jeux, mesdames, messieurs. Faites vos jeux. Rien ne va plus. Rien ne va plus. 15. Un verre aimant. Faites vos jeux, mesdames, messieurs. Faites vos jeux.
Hey, Sal, just for the look of it, don't you think I ought to hit the sauce kind of hard tonight?
Millie, you've been on the wagon several weeks now. You don't want to fall off?
Yeah, I do want to fall off.
Will it be, ladies?
Oh, I'd like a very dry...
Temple.
A temple?
Yes, a Shirley Temple. Make that 2, please.
Oh, come on, have mercy. I can't drink 2 of those.
I'm having 1, Millie. 2 Temples.
2 temples.
I got it. It's the police work, right?
Right.
We both gotta be sober.
May I buy you ladies a drink?
Oh, we thought you'd never ask.
Even better. Is either one of you available for a little conversation?
Both of us. Very available.
And not all that unreasonable either.
Especially her.
Speak for yourself, Sal.
Look, I don't want to start trouble.
Neither do we. It's just that we're both rather new at all of this.
Well, I can do something about that. Come on.
Good evening, Mike.
Will you excuse us, please?
I thought we were to go out and have a
Get
drink.
lost.
It's him.
Or the other one.
No, it's Mac, I'm sure.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
Hmm?
who's the little number?
Which one?
The one who can't take her eyes off you.
I don't know. I can't remember.
You may not remember her, honey, but she's obviously never gonna forget you.
I'll get rid of her.
Claudio!
Look, suppose you two go back where you came from.
Oh, Mac, thank God.
And right now.
Mike, how did they get in here?
They said they knew him.
Well, get them out now, and don't let them back in. Clear?
Your orders always are, Miss Royal.
Whatever you say, Claudio. I just wanted to say hello.
Well, now it's time to say goodbye. Now get out of here.
All right, ladies, time.
I took care of him.
Good. So did I. Well, good night, ladies. Oh, I'm disappointed in you, Claudio. I thought you had better taste.
He does.
Hey. What are you doing later, kid?
What's it to you, Buster?
I get off in a couple of hours.
Yeah, well, I'll be asleep in a couple hours.
Okay. But if you change your mind, you know where I'm at.
I knew where you were at 5 minutes after I met you.
Deacon, it's me, Mac. Finally had a chance to call. Is that right there?
Who is this?
What do you mean, who is this? I just told you, it's McMillan.
Sorry, but in a situation like this, I can't be too careful.
Well, now, how do you think I feel?
Mac, who?
Deacon, what in the hell's going on there anyway?
I can't tell you anything on this end until I'm sure who you are.
All right, Skip it. Just tell Enred I'll meet him at the Lotus Bar tomorrow afternoon at 3 for apple crumb cake.
Glad you're here, Sergeant. I just had a call. Now, it could have been the commissioner, but then it could have been Manton.
Well, what did he say?
That he'd be at the Lotus tomorrow afternoon at 3 for apple crumb cake. Does that make sense?
Sense? It means he's alive. I gotta phone Mrs. McMillan. She is gonna be so relieved.
Apple crumb cake means he's alive?
Yeah, it's my favorite dessert. We use it as a special code.
The gold's in Mexico. It got there last night. They'll try to cross the border sometime tomorrow.
Room 1200, please. Any idea how?
None. We have to hope the commissioner gets word to us.
Well, there's not much of a chance if they keep going this fast. That's strange. She doesn't answer. I wonder where she could be.
Sí. Sí. Estoy listo. ¿Estás seguro? No estoy contenta con todo esto.
We ready?
She wants to see you first. Say goodbye, but make it fast.
Just as fast as she wants it.
No, no. Dame un poco de tiempo. Te llamaré más tarde. Sí. Esta noche. Gracias. Well, we're all set, sweetheart.
What about the equipment?
It'll all be there as needed. You just be careful and don't get hurt. You've got a future with me, you know.
Where do we meet you?
You'll be driven.
In other words, I still don't get to know how it fits together.
No one has all the pieces,
Except you.
except Mr. Big. All you need to know is how to handle your end.
What about Teddy? How much does he know?
Enough to handle his.
Does his end include handling me? I don't like working in the dark, Vera.
Look, Claudio, no one's in this alone. And one mistake could blow the whole thing. I know you'll come through for us. Just watch out for Teddy. We have to use him, but we don't have to trust him.
Is that why you only told him half what he needs to know?
Is that what he told you?
No, but you only told me half. I assume you told him the other half.
Don't you see, darling, the more you know, the more you're a threat to him. If he starts to make trouble, don't hesitate to get rid of him.
To give him the same orders?
Mr. Big gives the orders. Vera just gives her heart.
Vera Royal still live around here?
You still didn't hear from her then, huh?
They put in a laundromat at her last address. If you see her, tell her Claudio Manton's looking for her.
All right, same message as last time. I got it.
What last time?
You don't remember last time?
Oh, yeah. It must have been loaded.
You sure didn't look loaded. And after 28 years, I know loaded, believe me.
I was worried about you.
You knew I'd turn up, didn't you?
Well, I wasn't sure that you'd be able to get away. Did you get the timetable yet?
Oh, Claudio! Oh, baby, it's good to see you.
I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I'll be right back.
Will I see you later? Oh, see you later.
What'd you do, circle the building?
What circle the building?
Didn't you just leave here?
I just got here.
I gotta go.
You gotta go. I'm leaving for Mexico right now. The shipment's coming in by air today. Harpersfield.
You'll be on the plane with it?
No, I'll be in the air with it. You try that again, you'll really take a dive. Happy landing, think.
Are you crazy?
Get out of here.
I'm quitting. It's not bad enough I don't know when a customer's drunk. I don't even know when I'm drunk myself.
Who was that guy?
Bum I slugged? Never saw him before.
If you're pulling a double cross, it'll be your last one.
Come on, Teddy. How about me getting a little sleep, huh?
Good idea. Why don't you sleep right through the jump?
Where are they now? Almost at Calexico, the border.
They're making good time.
I just hope the commissioner's with them.
What do you mean? He was seen boarding.
Manton was seen boarding. I just hope it's the commissioner as Manton and not Manton as Manton.
They're getting closer. They've just crossed the border.
Coming up.
clean, Sergeant. Nothing. But this must be the flight. And the gold has to be here.
12,000 gold ingots? Where? And where's the commissioner? When we find him, we'll find the ingots.
Well, I was sure he'd be here. He said he'd be in the air with a shipment. Unless... Of course. That's what he meant by taking a dive. Of course.
Mr. Big will be a happy man today. I'll deliver it to him myself. Meet you at my place. You can take my car.
Why don't you let me drive? It's a pretty rough car to handle.
No, it's safer if we separate. Just wait for me at my place. I'll join you as soon as I can.
What about Teddy?
There's another car for him. He's coming later. He's got a little job to do first.
Oh, too many witnesses.
Hmm.
Why don't you let me handle it? I'm getting a little rusty.
Sure you're up to it?
There's only 2 of them, aren't there? All I need's a little practice.
Well, so far, you haven't forgotten anything you used to do. Take care of them.
Yeah, thanks, baby. See you later.
And for as long as you want to stay. You've earned it, sweetheart.
What's the holdup?
Claudio will take care of the others. You go on to my place.
Why the change?
Because I decided to change, Teddy. Now go on. Bye-bye, baby.
Bye-bye.
Well, there's nothing like spending a night away from home to make you appreciate your own bed.
It's no bed to me until Mac's back in it. I don't know why I listened to Sergeant Enright. I could be in San Diego right now helping out. Some homecoming.
Yeah, well, listen. Should we have a buffet or a sit-down dinner? What? Well, we can handle a lot more at a buffet, but a sit-down dinner is nice, has a little more class. Of course, it's a lot more trouble for me, but what's that?
Mildred, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the welcome home party for the commissioner.
What welcome home party?
Oh, now listen, we all know he's alive, and it's just a matter of time until he comes home. You can't start planning these things too fast.
How can you think of a party now?
Look, we can either have it indoors or maybe out on the terrace. We've never used the terrace for a party. Might be nice.
Mac is in more trouble now than he's ever been with Manton on the loose down there.
Don't be ridiculous. They've probably caught him by now. After all, they have a perfect description of him. Now, let's see. Who would you like to invite? Should we keep it small, or would you like to invite Carol Crenshaw?
Mildred, I know what you're doing.
You do?
I appreciate it.
Why not give me some help? Would you like cold hors d'oeuvres or hot hors d'oeuvres?
I think hot. Hey, why don't we try a new soup?
Oh, soup. There you go, making trouble for me again. Well, if we're gonna have soup, I have to get a new soup tureen, and I can pick that up this afternoon. And of course, those old soup bowls have to go. Now, if you're gonna have soup, you've got a couple of basic choices. It can either be a cream base, or it can be a clear broth, or you could have a soup with a few vegetables in it, or some noodles.
Vera, baby.
Claudio.
Boy, is it good to see you.
How'd you get here so fast?
I hope I'm just not too
You
late.
took care of everything at the cabin, didn't you? Nothing went wrong.
Cabin?
Yeah.
Plenty went wrong. They're using a double for me.
Double?
Yes.
What are you pulling anyway? You get your share and that's it. Now, don't give me any talk about double.
Wait a minute, you don't understand. They know all about the shipment. Now we have to move it. Now where is it? We're in a hurry.
What do you think I am, Claudio? Stupid?
No.
What kind of a double cross are you pulling anyway?
I'm not trying to
I thought we had a future together. When will I stop trusting men?
Just stop trusting the wrong ones. He's with the cops, Vera. They've already picked up Al and Eddie, and they're probably on their way here right now.
But that wasn't me. He's a police commissioner.
Then you're a police commissioner.
No, he looks exactly like me. Don't you see?
Yeah, I see.
Me too. I've also heard enough. Bye-bye, lover. Take care of him, Teddy. I've got to warn Mr. Big.
Vera, wait. That jailbreak was rigged. They knew the only way to get at you was through me.
And they were so right, weren't they, Claudio? How you could have said those things to me last night.
That wasn't me last night.
Oh, don't take that away from me. Whatever you are, you're one of a kind.
Vera.
Claudio?
Sure.
Then who's Teddy killing in there?
Commissioner!
There are two of you. Police, Miss Royal.
Oh.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh.
Come on.
I'm all right.
Commissioner?
Yeah, Charlie. What about the car?
Where you suspected, sir. Right here. There's an underground vault in the garages. And you were right about that car, too, sir. It's solid gold.
I told you I was taking it to Mr. Big. Now, what made you think you'd find it here?
Because you're not the kind of woman to take orders. You're the kind who gives them. They may be camouflaged with champagne or money, but they are orders, always.
And you take orders better than any man I've ever met.
I was taking orders from you, not Mr. Big, right?
Do me a favor.
Maybe.
Just don't tell Teddy that I'm Mr. Big. He'd be too humiliated if he knew that he'd been working for a woman all these years.
Booker. I'll call an ambulance. Not a police ambulance. I still get my parole, don't I? You didn't keep your end of the bargain. That's the kind of a guy I am. But you always keep yours. It's the kind of a guy you are, right? Right.
Well, good night, Mildred.
Good night.
Good night, Mildred.
You gonna be all right, Mrs. McMillan?
Of course she's going to be all right. She's with me.
If you are you. If he starts to tango, just give me a shout.
If this man tangos, he tangos with me.
Miss Manton, Mildred?
Manton? That gigolo? Do you know he actually called me a showgirl? I mean, who would believe a line like that?
Nobody I know.
Well, he wasn't the only one. I had another offer last night. Why, when I think of what I give up for you, Commissioner, well...
What about you? Did you tango with Manton?
Me? I was saving myself for you.
But I don't tango. I did learn the deep dip, though.
The deep dip?
Mm-hmm.
Well, darling, I had a little something else in mind.
Tonight?
Tonight. Wait a minute. How did it feel? Taking orders from a woman.
Oh, about the same as it feels right now.
How can you call that an order?
Oh, it's an order, all right. It just doesn't seem to be coming from you.
আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শুন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না? তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই?
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। এই, আসো। এই কি তোরা সকালবেলা এরকম কাঁদতেছিস কেন? আব্বাও কাঁদতেছে, আম্মাও কাঁদতেছে। কিছু আম্মা কি সকালবেলা কি সিরিয়াল দেখা শুরু করছে? তাহলে কিছু চুরি হয়েছে বাসায়? কেউ মারা গেছে? কেউ কি মরার আগে হসপিটালে অ্যাডমিট হয়েছে? তাহলে কি হয়েছে? সবাই এরকম আয়োজন করে কাঁদতেছে কেন?
বাবা মা বলতেছে আমার নাকি পড়াশোনার দরকার নাই, ধান থাকলে নাকি ধানের মাঝে চিটাও থাকে, আমি নাকি চিটা।
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে তো ঠিকই বলছে। আর তুই কখনো দেখছো আব্বা আম্মা পোলাপানের সাথে মিথ্যা কথা বলে?
ভাই কি ওই কথা কইছে? কইছে আমার 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়ে করা লাগবে, বিয়ে করা 9 মাসের মধ্যে বাচ্চা পয়দা দেওয়া লাগবে।
মাত্র 9 মাস টাইম দিছে? তুই তো নির্ঘাত ফেল করবি। মানে তোর যে পড়াশোনার কন্ডিশন, তুই 9 মাসের সাথে তোর আরো মিনিমাম 4 মাস টাইম দেওয়া লাগবে, তারপর যদি 12। আচ্ছা, দোকানদাররা অবশ্য নতুন যারা বিয়ে করে তাকে চেয়ার দিকে তাকায় থাকে 2 পয়সা ইনকামের জন্য। তোর দিয়ে সেটাও হবে না, তুই চিন্তা বাদ। হ্যাঁ বল।
তুইও?
কি?
আমি আগে সন্দেহ করছিলাম তুই আমার মায়ের পেটের ভাই না। মায়ের পেটের ভাই হলে তুই এরকম করে কথা বলতে পারতি না। তোর আমার না কোনো মিল নাই, না আছে স্বভাবের মিল, না আছে চরিত্রের মিল, না আছে তোর এই যে চেহারার মিল, গায়ের কালারের মিল, কোনো কিছু মিল নাই। বাইকটা
শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শুন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না? আমি তোমার জীবনের বাধা? তোরা কেউ আমার ভালো চাস না, তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই।
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। শোন, আমি তোর ছোট হিসেবে চাই তুই আব্বা আম্মার কথাটা শোন, তুই 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়েটা কর, আমি কবজি ডুবায়া তোর বিয়ের কাচ্চি খাবো, বুঝছস? এই, আসো।
Ra ngoài thì cuối. Không sao thầy ơi. Phải bỏ 2 phát ngoan gì đấy không thua mất. 15 máu thôi, đánh đổi rồi. Con ba rồi. Đánh đổi rồi. AC1 trên AC2 là đánh đổi. Rồi, hàng từ hàng tông người ta trường thủ rồi. Làm trên rồi nó này. Đấy, khỏe kéo chua khỏe không yếu đâu để đấy ông hai cái đéo mày ơi đâu chết ông hai mà không chết vậy ống ngỏ bài biết ui ông không chết lại what the hell ô ấn pháp sư cả một chút bút dòng ông hai không chết chuồn tỏ nghe số 6 chat game có 23 mặt tiền 23 điểm không mất hết tiền ba lát mà từ nên đầu tiên lên 5 sơn nhỉ nếu sắp 2 lần nữa ngọc bảo bao nhiêu bảo là tầm 250 là không đủ nên 5.5x tốc độ sử binh Minh không thầy ơi nhóm này củ sắn này gì vậy thầy này 125 à 205 rồi cộng gì đây tạm mới nâng cấp tất cả nâng cấp cho một lần mình rồi xoay bài tự động không có lấy bạc rồi anh lấy xoay bài tự động ấy một 180 lap à vách không được á có vách được lại có như đi qua này 215 lap à 25 à 25 35 không được cộng 10 này 30 rồi thừa 30 10 này 229 nữa đâu thì mà thừa 30 không mua đánh mày gì luôn thần tài này thần tài lên ở chờ nhỉ thần tài lên thần tài đến bay 120 rồi lần một lượt bớt cái gì đấy máy lỗ à máy lỗ sao lỗ máy đéo ở đây không được rét à tính như thầy đặt tiền nó đã xuống à chợ tết perfect good landing rồi à 100 lap à anh có thể chỉnh cho nó good landing mấy lượt giờ chồng chỉnh bằng những gì mà chưa này á vì nó bị lệch chạy sang bên kia một tí có không good landing đéo gì phải nói áo choàng bạc độc dược sĩ Được lấy mất chất tôi phục. Tôi sẽ gánh vác cái điều lính. Chồng bạc ấy. Xong đâu? Mình. Thần tài ngay. Thì 400 à? 400. Để kiếm thêm năng lượng này. Somos 700 rồi, rebuff được một lần nữa. Ok. Giờ sẽ rebuff thêm 10 anh quay qua kia anh binh. Anh sẽ là bố của qua kia. Yes. Thua hoài à? Không cội thắng à? Át một thực sự là khó đấy. Sẽ lấy một cái đồ ánh sáng đi. Sẽ là cái cung xanh ánh sáng đi. Hai cái giảm hiệu hai bên nhỉ. Thôi kệ. Để đang kéo một cái vùng đồ. Về rồi 25 chắc là nốt vào nữa thì lên 8 vậy. Lại là cái thằng Zurich này. Sao nó vẫn lên được con ấy bài nhỉ? Như là con Zurich bài ở đâu ra ấy. Rồi nó còn Nautilus nữa. Mình cầm tận 4 con Nautilus rồi chúng nó vẫn còn à. Ê sao ý làm mày không ba? Được, thua không? Thua à. Ok. Rồi đi rồi. Top mấy đây? Chưa đi. Sắp đi. Anh đi xa rồi, anh không lái xe nữa. Anh đắp mộ rồi. Không thể là Riot Cat được. Khóc. U Linh à. Em phải cút. Cút đi. Đây đi cho đỡ bị bắn vào đầu. Cày tê tại mình bắn cặp tự. Kéo ra xì ra. Ui rồi ôi, cặp bóng may mắn cô ba nhưng mà ít tiền không sao, ít tiền. Tích xong rồi bao nhiêu máu, có 5.000 máu rồi sao, chắc thế. Bế mày, đối kia ông chết à, đối kia xét bế không được, không thiếu mấy cái cùng đao, chậm quá. Đây đừng người nó vả, rồi nó vả át trước à. Mày ý thua, đi chợ nhà xem một cái cung đi, sẽ nhằm đi cung đi. Anh cũng sắp không đi rồi, anh sẽ được đi chợ trước. Ai cùng đao vậy? Là Soraka, mày đi anh chết lắm. Đừng nhặt nhầm đồ, xong. Có đủ đồ này. Chả có con nào mình có ấn gì cả. Ấn gì ấy? Thần thoại ấn sử ra. Trốn không? Trốn khó. 400 củ đây. Vì có phải nữa là 581 củ. Tiền perfect. Perfect. Nivicode 416 lap. Qua 400 lap rồi. Rồi. Pháp rồi xong này. Đi lao, và này còn đồ đéo nữa. Còn áo đam phép không? Sát thương phép này. Sát 500 sát thương phép này. Con này full sát thương phép này. Ok. Làm đéo còn gì. Còn một cái kiểu có đồ nó đéo. Ok, xong. Thì với ai đây? Ba cái thằng kia. Bạn kia có lắc thực sự là láo đấy. Bạn kia có cả lắc dấu ấy. 500 củ thiếu 30 triệu nữa. Thiếu 26 triệu. 1 nữa. thì sẽ được là tự tiền cho trip bớt hơn nữa lên 6.6 thôi, 6.4 nhỉ, quên mất rồi, nhưng mà là tầm 6 chấm hơn. Yes, mày A2 nữa là xong, A2 nữa là xong game. Ui rê, hỏng đấy. Ui tí cút đánh bóng ạ, bóng thằng nào ấy, hộ cái đi, thằng bốc lửa, gì tí thua, chi mình cầm bóng nó tí cút. Cho thêm máu à, 19 thì làm chi, là mình phải thắng hoặc mình cút một trong hai thằng này. Vẫn đéo đủ. Kéo ra át này. Thằng này cầm 2 con át. Một thằng cầm 2 con át này. Thằng này không cầm át nào. Nó muốn lửa đeo giết nó rồi. Nó 5 máu rồi, bây giờ thì 15. Nó muốn chết thì mình chỉ chết. Cái thằng này con lắc và bắn phát cho gần một con át 1 chắc cút. Cầm át rồi, nhưng mà đéo ra át nhở, cũng mất 4 con mà. Không tỏ, hay một bắn lỏ lắm. Để bảo mà một bắn lỏ nhất, còn bị CC bị hất tung nữa trốn. Còn lắp bắn số phát chết át để mày qua là bắn góc kia chưa. Mày đi bố thắng gì đây rồi, đến được cái giao dòng rồi, có kiếm đồ tanh tụ cao vậy thôi, 130.000 quay thì của. Video 1 ngày 2 tháng 7 2024, binh chia linh. Let's go boy. Không, cái gì hiện ở trên màn hình của tôi vậy. Nó sẽ quay tiếp cái trò lò là màu này. Từ anh chỉnh cho nó thẳng bên cộng 10%, good landing, thẳng cánh tốt, chỉnh tiếp. Đây á, đúng rồi. Chuẩn không? Học, từ bên 15 lap rồi á, sẽ muốn bút này. Vào Discord à? Ngày tiếp rồi. Anh cày xem đến bao giờ được 80 củ cái ra ngoài thì anh vào anh quanh 10 lần. Ở 50 củ 10 lần. Cái cày mà sao tận 50 củ và thua. Nó không quay được, nó không có đủ tiền quay vào này. Cú chết rồi. Bên chia lên, bên chia lính. Chuẩn không thầy? Kathleen thông đạo Diốt à? Rồi sao anh sao phải hạ cánh rồi? Binh thầy cho xoay tròn nhé. Đây rồi, đây perfect á. Người la vậy. Perfect không? Perfect. Đây, perfect. Đỉnh. Gì vậy? Đây à? Không ai ơi, không phải đâu. Cơ sở đấy là trụ sở chính, quan chủ để sống theo công ý quan chủ lại với Hà Đông Cung. Cho nóng đang nóng này là cái gì? Lãng du bộ khởi đầu ấn thiên cung. Khởi đầu bố ngon rồi, đây ngon rồi, đây ngon rồi. Anh ngoan mày thì anh ngoan. Thần dâm linh mệnh đi. Và vẽ biết đâu hiểu. Được mà nó cũng chuẩn chỉ chứ. Cái khổng lồ ấy. Chỉ lấy một cái đéo là nhét lên cái khổng lồ vậy thì sao? Linh trên Linh không nhặt trước lần rồi. Hello guys. Tao nhìn chắc chị chim choang kìa. Mấy thằng Trung Quốc cũng ra này. Mày có thằng điên xin là Plipet. Mày có thích Plipet không? Còn thằng con lợn này 34 tỷ nhỉ. Bay đến 80 triệu. Mời đồng yes bay. Rồi nguyên nhà, đéo giờ đánh nguyên nhà mà. Không, chết một con kia đấy. Kia hủy đét. Nhưng mấy con này ở dưới mình sẽ quay một cười nó chịu. Mà tắc kè này, nhìn như con nhái. Bên chia lên không. Đúng vậy. Nghiêng rồi, nghiêng rồi. Ai đánh bộ khởi đầu đúng không vậy? Cộng một tướng à? Không, ai đánh bộ khởi đầu cũng thầy à? Thôi thầy xin phép vậy. Còn tiền 3 sao tiếp 3 để check bài á, đâu có thằng đánh á. Đấy, có oan thì sao? Không phải. Đánh thần rừng à? À đâu? Hiệu này đánh là sút rồi. Yeah. À, tiếp tiến là bằng là làm giáo ghi mình giáo rồi đấy. Ê, nó không báo. Xong bắt thanh toán Netflix. Sợ bắt thanh toán Netflix rồi à? Chôn bố à? Kinh. Em muốn tư vấn kiểu gì vậy? À. Nhiều khi mình ngọc. Ôi kìa. Cứ đỗ mà đi à? Cút thằng Ken này vào đây là có chờ ai phải dọn lại một quân Kindred à? Là sinh ra vậy. Đúng rồi. Vẫn hay rồi xong thắng. Vẫn là hay thì chịu của bên trọng tú đi. Vẫn là hay. Vẫn là bút tốc độ đi. À, cái gì về lên đấy? Lag à? Lag rồi này. Bút lúc cuối thì lag rồi. Bạch phải chơi thế nào? Biết cũng đéo ấy. Tao đi nhầm đâu. Đi ngồi đéo đây. Nó đéo cho trước đi. Ngáo ấy chứ. Mấy anh cứ spam chết thôi mà em cũng hiểu vị trí. Đây rồi. Nga. Mày kinh. Mày ghê, mày to. Mày ghê. À, đào tạo cái gì? Đào tạo việc ấy. Đào tạo việc, anh biết không? Ui, khỏe đấy. 7 số ra về 2 ạ. Trên này. Và nó bắt làm như nhân viên bị nhiều kinh nghiệm gì. Không ra cái gì chuồng cua. Xét đâu. Ngon. Được vách xin ngon đi. Không, biến mất. Thấy chưa? Bị ôm. Chôn à? Mày chôn bố. Mày chôn tao. Anh bay sử bình chỉ linh đấy, anh bay nhanh tiết. Xong rồi. Ủa, có cơ đồ. Ui, oan sự đẹp, oan sự đẹp. Thằng em nam xong luôn vậy. Quỷ mấy bill nè, nhớ hiểu. Mà 10 tiếng ngày gì? Yes. Yes. Xong. Gì? Đừng dừng lại. Đứng ra là cái đừng dừng nữa. Nó panorama tôi để xoay ra ấn lại. Xoay cho này một ấn là cái ấn hắc ám đi. Mà ra xét vậy. Anh có quan tâm nhạc đâu? Anh và quan tâm nhạc đâu? Không ơi, anh vào anh quan tâm là anh có đúng form hay không thôi. Nhạc nhủng nháo ấy. Gì? Mày chung ngoan không? Thua không? Thua rồi. Điều đi rồi, top 5 ạ. Trốn thế. Tiền rác nhỏ, tiền rác cái chuyện 107 tỷ, 107 tuổi. Cho bố đi. Mày có mất tiền đâu? Mày có này khám mày có mất tiền không? Đi khám có mất tiền không? Lên 2 thằng lật về chứ nhỏ. Đéo em bảo gì? Đéo em bảo gì chứ đéo còn. Đi đéo em bảo thanh. Đéo bảo thanh toán. Trốn chứ chịu được. ra cái con dấu gì ở đây này? Phải cút đây. Confirm. Yes. Có thể ra dồn chứng khác. Yes, chứng xịn cho này. Legendary của thầy. Ui, ra legend à? Ra legend đấy. Ok em rồi. Rồi em ơi. Tí nữa thì tí nữa thì mua. Thế thì nhót. Làm sao? USB làm sao? À. Trừ một chế. Đã đứt dây rồi, đứt dây. Mày đấy, anh vẫn giữ. Thế à? Tôi nhớ gì nhỉ? Tôi nhớ ra cái gì ạ? Chồn tao. Từ từ, anh trai phải dừng lại. Em bố cái ghế vào bố ghế của anh cút rồi. Rồi quay mày con đéo ra cái gì chôn tao. Mày hoàn toàn ra cái này ạ. Cút, xóa hết. Xóa cho bố. Chứng chỉ gì hả bố? What the hell? Rồi, coi gì xuống đấy rồi. Yes. 100 triệu làm cái khác. Yes. Ghê vậy thầy. Bao nhiêu rồi? 2 tiếng chưa thầy tắt thì ở đấy đấy. 56 à? Chưa được. Một thêm 4 này. Thôi thầy đứng quay cho nó đấy. Đứng quay một chữ ấy ghế ở đây gì à? Này cái dây khác. Khó quá. Rồi xong, một này bi. Anh đừng tấn được vui. Ghế gãy rồi. Ghế gì? Không sao, tấn quay cam phải xa phết gì nữa. Đúng ấy là đúng gì không kiểu? Đúng ấy là đúng cái gì? Phòng kế toán các kiểu gì? À. Hồng Tuấn cũng vào công ty mà vô. Tại mà anh làm cho công ty mà. Anh cũng làm cho công ty mà hiểu. Chả đúng giờ nhá ơi. Content mà. Làm cho công ty content mà. Nhưng mà làm nhân viên nhưng mà trả lương theo phải cách cả phải dục. Phải anh phải gọi điện, Hồng Tuấn bảo anh gọi điện thì dục nó đi để nó nói với cả ông anh kia. Còn phải bảo thế mà gì. Chuẩn không gọi. Trời ơi, mày có lét đây là ngày nào không hiểu? Mày có lét đây ngày nào không hiểu không? Gì? Sẽ kim lắc đây. Sẽ kim lắc đây à? Vừa sẽ kim lắc đây. Chỉ có bọn bà hay tập thân dưới ấy. Mấy bà tập thân dưới rồi. Mấy cái máy kia mà bên kiểu cơ trên tay vai như các kiểu ấy, có ai bà nào đấy đâu. Thỉnh thoảng có bà trong phòng tạ. Mấy bài đứng, mấy cái bài đứng ở gương lâu quá. Gương lâu đéo chịu được. Số chó. Để hiểu. Ủa hôm qua không, nó chỉ xoay gương nó nhìn lại cơ của nó thôi, xoay gương nhìn cơ. Hôm qua tao đang tập có ông đô phết xong rồi ra cái chỗ phái máy tập cơ lát ấy ở lưng ấy, ông ấy đứng ở có cái đấy ôi gương to ông ấy cởi áo trên cởi áo ra xoay nhìn lưng đô đéo chịu được. Chịu rồi. Lại thành end finish thì thua.